Welcome everyone! Shellbeetle already in chat! Welcome! Weekend stream, emergency stream! yes. Welcome back, Shellbeetle. Hope you are having a fantastic morning over there. Hope the seas are high, the temperatures are high. And you get to enjoy your weekend. Yes. Emergency. Well, it is an improvised stream, right? Improvised stream because on Monday I couldn't stream, so I had to stream today on Saturday. So it is what it is. Today we're gonna be rendering BEACHY. Am I gonna be able to render while streaming? We are gonna find out, right? I have switched my OBS encoder to be just CPU. So, yeah, paying the stream debt. That's right. I'm a cat of word. I say 5 streams a week. You get 5 streams a week. That's my promise. Okay. Let's see if the PC can survive. All right. And I was thinking for Tomoyo, for whatever reason, I could never turn this render mode on. My PC would not be able to handle it. The fans immediately started revving. But for Peach, I can be here, I can move the camera and do all sort of crazy stuff. I don't know if we had something crazier going on with Tomoyo, but seems to be able to handle it. So, I'm gonna turn on the music. Let me lower the volume a little bit to not blow your eardrums. Okay. A little bit of background music. Let's see. I am almost okay with what we've got here. Oh, the animation is already starting here at frame 43 for whatever reason. Let me check from inside the camera here too. I don't like the last 2 bounces. I think they are a little bit weird. Oh, I haven't fixed the back of her head. I tried fixing it yesterday after stream. I did it. I did a quick patch. Basically, I extruded all the birds and resized them. It was good enough, kinda, sorta. Just so that the camera cannot tell what's going on in there. Well. So let me do just a quick frame. How can you do that? Was it F12? Yes. F12, and I instantly got the frame. It didn't even... Is this because I am on Eevee? Because I instantly got a frame in there. That's very cool, but a little bit weird. You're not able to see it. I'm gonna add a new source because today we are gonna be doing Blender plus rendering. Window capture, render. Blender. There she is. I should resize that so that you can see her full glory there. Well. Let's check for issues. There is clipping on the leg. This is sort of pixelated, to be honest. It's very pixelated. That's the outline and the eye. So you get an outline there. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. this should make the eyes independent. I am seeing the glasses clip through the hair, and I am seeing the bananas on the other side. Seems like the hair is transparent in a way. Backface calling is turned off or on, or no. What could be the reason for that? Who knows? I was checking the other day too, because I am having trouble with the BRM format. Warudo has its own format for 3D models and seems to be a little bit more flexible. I don't know if it accepts anything like, for example, for VR chat, you can get away with anything that Unity can render, basically. Is it the same for Warudo? Can Warudo take anything that Unity can render? Because that would be very cool, because I'm having trouble exporting with that sort of file. I really don't know why. Well, I'll need to investigate further, right? But I didn't have time yet. Okay, anything else? I don't know. I don't know how was it. It's because it's Eevee. It's the only thing that comes to mind. Maybe because the Tomoyo render was done with cycles, I guess. Well, if it is that fast, that means we can render this scene completely and check it as a GIF. As I said, I don't like these last two swings. I think they might be too short. That might be the problem. It's like a ball bouncing, like pong pong. At home computer already in chat. I am sorry. I chose the other. I was showing the render there, and I got cropped. I was hiding using the 70B modes. In Warudo, you can use any shader that's compatible with Unity's built-in render pipeline. So Poyomi and similar shaders work. Great to hear. I was able to do it, as I said, with the, how is it called? Universal Render Pipeline, right? URP or something like that. With that sort of standard shader for Unity, I got it to work. But when trying to export a VRM file, it requires you to use the VRM shader that's called mtoon. For some reason, I don't know if I don't have the files for the shader. I don't know if that's an old shader that's not compatible with current Unity versions. Could be a lot of things in there. I don't know. So I need to investigate a bit further. Look, I am streaming with my CPU. You tell me, I think I am not dropping frames. At least OBS says my stream should be fine. And look, the render is ultra fast, but I think that's because, look, I get an instant render, but I think that's because of Eevee, right? Because I am not doing cycles. You're not able to see it. I chose render. Yeah. There it is. There she be at. If you are in Eevee, it would be pretty much instant. So cool. Oh look, there is the simplify in there, because the eye is not subdivided. And it's very pixelated. But maybe this way we can get all the frames in there and check the animation. Not ultra properly, but you can get a pretty good idea of what is gonna be showing up in there, right? So we can try that. Let's see. The armature should be turned off for the render, possibly, probably. Or maybe it affects the other things. I don't know. This is basically trying to find out. The simplify we should probably turn off. Simplify. Ah no, simplify only affects viewport. You can have render without. With simplify with 6 subdivisions should be more than enough. But I'm still getting. Maybe it is turned off. Let me see. Let me check all the modifiers. Yeah. We're rendering. You just woke up. Should be pretty early over there. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your working, man. Okay. Accessories. They have enough subdivisions, I would say. Everything is turned on for render, solidify, okay. And the armature, I guess. Maybe it affects the ability, I don't know, to move, I was gonna say, but maybe not. Okay, let's check all the modifiers. Solidify. For accessories 2, that's the bikini. Okay. Body. Collision. Alright. But the eyes though. This could be because it's on the viewport. I was gonna say at work computer, do you remember, well, at home computer, do you remember that with Tomoyo, every time I turn the render viewport, my fans turn on and I could barely... 10 AM over there. Yeah, it's pretty early for a weekend. You had enough rest. I was gonna say, with Tomoyo we couldn't even move the camera in render mode. I guess this is because of Eevee, right? That I was able to work here even. It was low, but with Tomoyo I couldn't even turn that on. We have to be here all the time. Maybe the thing had a crazy setup, but I think it's maybe because of cycles. If you're doing GPU or CPU, I might be doing... How can I check? Render. I am streaming with just the CPU, so the GPU is completely free to render. Ray tracing. There is no ray tracing. We can enable that when we are ready for the the last one, right? No, not right now. I am using the it's called like X264 or something like that. That's basically CPU streaming, right? I am not dropping frames. I should be at 60 FPS, and my CPU is not having that much of a load. So I'm happy. If you're happy, I'm happy. Do I move properly? Is the streaming okay? Maybe this... Oh, pretty cool. Maybe this make it a little bit harder in there. Ray tracing. Render, max subdivisions. It's not affecting still. Earrings. As you can, as I said before, if you wanna go a little bit crazy with that, in the donut tutorial they teach you how to do sparkles for metallic materials and things of the like. You could apply that for the jewels here. Little sparkly shines. That would be cool, but might be a little too much. Maybe for the glasses too. Everything seems to be in order. I'm checking because it seemed to go so fast. Oh, this is I learned this. Oh, I am sorry, you're not able to see. Let me move to the side. Sure. I learned this from shellbeetle. Look at this. The smooth by angle. I saw you using that. It's better than subdividing this. Without it, it is a cylinder with those faces like that. And you can use this to get that effect, modifying the normals and not the geometry. Wow, very poggers. Can you do smooth normals? Oh, I could shade smooth, right? Oops. That way you don't need a modifier. Oh, it looks kind of bad. I don't know. Why that is the case. Maybe you don't need it. Oops. There it is. Yeah, let's not do that. I think it tries to round it or something. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the ray tracing or whatever. I don't know why that's the case, but it does not look very good. If I apply it, it's applied. Shade smooth. If I shade smooth now, it behaves properly. And I don't know why this has become transparent. I think I touched something. It's showing up even here. I think it's backface culling or something. No, I don't know. I think I touched that because I was trying to fix the back of her head yesterday. Let's see. Or maybe I thought could be this option here. I don't know. Let's see what could be happening in there. Maybe touch here some option with that had to do with transparency. I touch, yeah, here visibility, ray visibility. One of these. Maybe because of the nodes. I don't think it's that deep, but it could be. It's fine here. Let me check. Select the hair, come here to shading, shading, emission. We don't have a crazy setup for the hair. Oh, this is the hair outline because of the solidify. The hair itself. Can I select the other material? Hair. Okay, this could be it. This transparent thingy. That could be it, maybe. Let's disconnect this thing. What? Now it's black. And if I remove this, okay, it has to do with that transparency then. Let me check. Maybe I just have to remove all this setup. I don't know. For the body, I guess it kind of works, and it has the same setup, but I don't see. Well, it can be a little bit weird here with the outline. But I don't get to see through. The hair is completely see-through. I think I really messed up here. I checked some transparency option, probably. There it is. Okay, fixed. So many options in there. Okay. I need to fix this too. Hide the body. Will he be at? In armature. Body. Bye bye. Okay. I was trying to do this yesterday. You can sort of do it badly. Let's see. You can select all the birds, extrude, use loop tools to make a circle, and do that again, and you sort of can patch it out. The geometry of the hair or the skull, of course you will lose the original shape in there, but well, you get a patch. Is there a way to extrude faces from here that automatically snap correctly all the birds and I just don't get duplicated, things of the like? Like if I select this rim, like here, this border, and I extrude that, is there a way for them to automatically snap the birds, get them to merge, and merge the edges too, to be able to... But I also realized by starting to extrude here, the texture gets warped a bit. If I did it with all the birds, and this line, for example, right here, stopped being this straight, it warped a little bit to the inside and started being more wobbly. There is auto merging you can turn on. It basically merges by distance, but some all the time. Is it? It is not the magnet, right? Auto merging. This thing? Auto merge birds. I think that could be it. Dissolves the edges too. And there is a threshold you can play with. So cool. So cool. In English you can say you can play with, right? Because I say that a lot and I was not very sure. It was a legal way to say it. Okay, but if you shellbeetle says it, Cookie can say it too. I think so. You say it. Okay, I hope so. Yeah. Can you snap there? Auto merge. Oh, threshold here. Snap. Oh, there it is. I will turn on symmetry. Trying to patch a hole in the head. I didn't do it symmetrically there. Well, it's good enough. Hair does not need symmetry. I have it inverted, but it's fine, it's fine. That area is not that bad. I could do it, but this is more critical. Shall I do it with... I will do only that side, that edge, and then the bottom. Could do that too. I don't know. You have to be very careful with double extrusions. in Blender. Can get dangerous. Yeah, that's the issue, right? I don't want the texture to warp too much. Okay. Good. Will this be enough? Let's see. This is the issue, right? The UVs are suffering. And you can still see in there. There was an option for it to adapt to a sphere or something. Here. Mesh. Transform to sphere. Why? Ah, okay. Well, I was gonna say, why did that loop auto-select that flying edge in there? That would have been a little bit weird. Oh. What happened here? This is not... It's a triangle. That's illegal. It's fine. Nobody's gonna be looking in there. the bad thing, that the UV is not happy. UV is not happy. Can do a great field once you finish the third part. I mean, we made the hole to be able to UV unwrap more easily, right? I don't really need it to be... I don't really need a grid fill. Where did I mess this up? I mean, as long as... yeah, this could be good enough. The texture though. Poor texture. Well, it was never that crazy good to begin with, but let's see. Alt-H. Rest the position, the pose. Okay. Tablet time. Okay. What are your plans for today, guys? Big chilling. What's happening here? Why is it locked? Is it my transparency? Not really. Object mode. Select the hair texture paint, right? Maybe the UVs are overlapping or something. Radius, trends. I don't know. Turn off the solidify. That was it. Oh my god. Was I painting on top of the solidify or whatever? Oops. I hope not. It doesn't have its own texture. Lately, the auto mode is doing a great work with stopping cheap viewers and best viewers. I have symmetry on. I hope I'm not messing the other side too badly. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, this line with the wiggle is really not the best choice. You get a seam in there too. It's not, well, it's the separation between the two pieces, right? But maybe with the solidify and all the camera movement and all that, I don't think you are gonna be able to tell. That's the thing too, right? Because for example, with the illumination, we have a sunset there by the the sun is setting in the horizon, right? But you get the shadows really are calculated for a, well, are rendered for a light like that, to be honest. The sun is really there, but well, that's for because it looks pretty. Your thing doesn't have to be ultra realistic, no. Reality is a suggestion sometimes. And I could maybe do viewers as cookies, as the cookie logo. If you want to, you can be hanging around. Maybe if you are in chat and you're subbed or something, you get to hang around by the bottom there of the screen or something. I don't know if you could be animated though. I'm not that sure about that, but at least you can be as there as PNGs or something. That would be the learning how to paint arc. Or relearning, right? How to paint arc. Real life doesn't have pitch, so it's okay. Yeah. I think we can call that a win. Whoa. You don't look too hard on these textures, okay? You don't don't be looking too hard. I don't know, that little line, I don't know if it got warped, I don't know if the reference was sketchy. It's probably a cookie thing. It's usually a cookie thing. Let's see. This project was good because it's sketchy in the reference too. This project was good because I had these cool references. This is not something you usually get. It is not a realistic expectation. But it's good because I can focus on achieving the result, right? No, because it could be too much if I had to design my own references and model without having experience. That could be too much. But this way you get to ease a little bit of the artistic load. And maybe, yeah, for future projects you can do your own designs. Cookie has a limited imagination though. Cookie is better at representing things. I am more comfortable with that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save the texture and that's enough patching. Let's render the whole sequence in Eevee. Eevee seems cool if it lets you iterate that fast. I was expecting, how do you say it, renders that take, for Tomoyo, 5.5 minutes per frame. I thought it was gonna be basically the whole stream rendering. But if we can quickly iterate, we can have a look at that sketchy camera bouncing at full speed. I was gonna say at a full quality render. I guess that's not gonna be the case. It's not gonna be that great looking. But it's good enough if we get to see the animation. Okay, I'm gonna save the textures. Okay, Alt H, go back to render, Alt H. I was hiding the body basically. Hide the reference in armature body. There it is. Let you pause. And I haven't done the shadows. I haven't adapted this to the lighting. But are you gonna complain? Maybe we should. Let's do a quick one. Come on. Quick render. Layout. From 43 to... Is it there? Yeah. Okay. Render animation. Save. Render animation. Just like that. I guess that's it. Yes. It's gonna start rendering every frame. Oh my god, it's instantaneous. This is a blessing. This is absolutely a blessing. It is amazing. Okay, we're gonna get to see it on stream. I like this, even if it's not perfect at all, but so good for iterating. I was gonna say prototyping. The cloth is clipping like a madman in there. I don't know, maybe I deactivated the physics, maybe I baked the wrong ones or whatever. But is he moving? Is he blinking? Is he gonna change the mouse? Maybe it's because I turned off the armature in the render or something. Now I think she's starting to move the mouse. But that's attached to the body. Has she blinked? I didn't really pay attention. I think she does another blink about over here or something. Yeah, she blinks then. You like the ambient occlusion? I don't know. Oh, the hair doesn't have an outline. Oops. Oops. Yeah, I turned that off to be able to paint. But well, let's see. It's rendering pretty quickly. What does ambient occlusion do exactly? I have heard the term, but I don't know what it does. It is the dark shadow around everything. Dark shadow around everything. That, are you able to see? Yeah, my pointer. That shadow that's rendered there, and here, and here. When object is close, it makes a shadow. Maybe we don't need that. The eyes, you can see it more. Yeah, that is messing with the effect, I guess. Under and between the legs, under the arms, between that there basically that there is a shadow in the scene, right? It's all over, but up to you. We can turn that off and see how it looks, of course. This should be a sort of flattish render. Sort of. Maybe it helps that there is a little bit of shadows in there. Maybe we should end the animation a little bit earlier, 10 frames earlier. But well, we're gonna be checking the the Blender video editor. Oh, it has finished, right? Let me open. I have a separate file for the video editor. Blender. Where is it? In Donuts. Video. Okay, should be this one. Let's see if I remember how to export a sequence here. Whoops. Whoops. The dog's in tab. The dog's in tab. Okay. At least it stream didn't got that. You forgot? Yeah. Look. Blender can do probably too much. Probably too much. Window capture. Blender video. That way people can get to see the whole process. Usually I have to do this alone in a like take a weekend to do this. But this way you get to see. Let's see if I remember. You have to make one of these and it was like, oh, Let me check where those frames were dropped, because they could be in like any folder. They are probably in the folder of the project, right? But probably it's not a guarantee. I know you are not able to see. I think you can render directly to... I think so, right? I don't know why I do it like this. You can directly export a video, right? I think I just never did it that way. Maybe they taught us like this so that we could check this video editor Blender has or something. Okay, here you have to, how was it, import a strip or something like that. Strip contents. Select strip, transform. Maybe you just have to select them all and drag and drop them, something like this. You did this with your Roblox animation. You did a directly video render, right? Usually you render EXR and use After Effects. EXR holds a lot of information you can use. Oh, After Effects I have not really used. I did like a little coin once. A 3D spinning coin in After Effects. That's my whole experience with that. Let me see. I'm gonna select all the frames, drag and drop them here. Do you get one of those? Yes, I think so, right? Is that it? I think so. Yes. Oh, that's a... Okay, the camera movement, I don't hate it. She blinks too fast. They're too fast. I thought it was gonna be worse, the camera thingy. She blinks too fast. So the blinks can be rescaled and spaced a bit. And we get a little fade to black here, I guess, in the end. And I have to turn on the outline for the... This is why you look at your animation close before rendering. I was checking things, but I... Yeah, there is no excuse at work computer. There is no excuse. At home computer, sorry. There is no excuse. I was checking for things, right? But let's go back. Because it was Eevee and the render was so fast. I just wanna do a render in there. Let me export this. You don't do like in and out. Start and end. This is frame, okay. 229. Start at 1, I guess, right? This is frame 1. That's frame 1. Frame. Let me move this. There it is. Okay, can I select all? Export. Export. Right. BRM. Can I export you as a BRM? Are you kidding me? With all the problem I have into exporting BRM, I can export a video like a BRM. Just like that. It was render, right? Render animation. That's it. That was the option. And I think that way we get our video. We have to polish, go in there and polish, but at least you get to see the process. The process has been recorded. And where do I get my video? Is it not? It is not in this folder. It's probably, I was gonna say, in the temporary folder. I'm gonna check the printer here. Maybe it is in the Tomoyo folder. Oops. Blender, Tomoyo. Frames. Not really. I'm gonna check the printer here. Blender frames video. Blender frames video. Okay. So Blender frames video. It is indeed here. Okay. Okay, the transition with the blend shape could be smoother. Let me show you. The video. Add files, Blender, frames, video. There she be. It's a little. We're getting there. The camera is a little. Okay, let's get in there and polish. We're gonna leave her bouncing over here. We get bouncing bits in there. Thank you. She could look better. She could look even better. Let's go. Blender file. Ambient occlusion. Where he be at? Where he be hiding? Scene, maybe. Scene, wall, render. I turn on ray tracing. TV icon, maybe. We are in TV icon. I could try one with cycles. When we have a solid scene. Let me turn on the outline for the hair. Where is? Sorry. I was gonna say, where is my mouse? I was playing with the pen with my left hand. It was locking it in place. Solidify, right? I don't get to see it because of the transparency thing. Well, let's look for ambient occlusion first. I can do that by myself, the other thing. Ambient occlusion. Samples. Iterate shadows. Render, rays. Only one ray. Ray tracing, screen tracing. Not gonna pretend I understand that. Okay. Motion blur. Tomoyo had quite a bit of that. Depth of field. Okay, this is the... How would you say it? Well, it blurs with distance, right? I am not a huge enjoyer. Maybe for other type of shot. Film, filter size. Grease pencil. I don't have grease pencil. Freestyle color management. Printer. Okay, the aspect ratio. Frame rate. We could have done 30 here. Doesn't look bad that way, to be honest. Doesn't look bad. It's 24. It's fine. I'm not gonna do 60, that's for sure. Compression. Post-processing, compositing sequencer. View layer. Camera symmetric. Gravity. I think it might be shadows. I turn on shadows. This is affecting, but not too hard. This is from the sun. Well, they get a little bit. It affects. It was it, maybe. Maybe that was it. That's from the sun. And I think I have a lamp. I have a lamp on the ceiling. This one is turned off. This other sun is turned off too. You can turn them on if you want more light in there, but anything else? Background, bubble camera. That should be fine. I think this thingy clips through her hair at some point in the animation. It's not, I guess. Oh, these area lights are turned on. Okay. That should be the top one. And we have one here on the side. Let me check. I think they are what gives her a little bit of life, because she was a bit dead before. Yeah, like that. She was a bit dark. And you also get shadows in there. So I guess that's not it. I guess for the materials I remember checking some shadows here in the materials. I thought they looked decent, but maybe that's what's happening. volume. This is the body. Shadow. You get more light with the shadow on, to be honest. Camera. Maybe the solidify is creating a shadow on the layer that's behind it, and if you use this it can go through or something. The light. Let me, yeah, here it already has it. Yeah, turn on. The body didn't have it. Here shadow. Here it doesn't change that much for whatever reason. The hair. Those highlights are a little bit weird. That's because of the solidify for sure. I need to turn that solidify on. Need to fix that material. Look, they are both the same. Hair and hair. Hair outline, man. Solidify. Why can't I? Solidify, yeah, but material offset 1, and the list of materials doesn't have, look, hair and hair, she does not have the other material, so we have to create it, and for whatever reason it might got deleted. The hair did have one, right? I guess so. I will join it from here. Okay. I don't know why hair. What? It already exists. The other one. Maybe I. What? Maybe I. Hair outline like that, and I can delete one of these. It's a little bit scary to delete you. Which one I'm gonna delete? Oof, how many options? Okay, I'm gonna delete one of you. There you go. Now we have outline. Okay. And shadow. Do you benefit from that? Camera, shadow, transparent shadows, transparency overlap. This was the bad one. Blended. The hair, for whatever reason, does not change that much with that option. Okay, it's fine. And you, what about you? Yeah, you already have that selected. Okay, do you have an outline? Yes, you do. And why is the cloth not? Let's see. Was the hair wiggling even? Let's see, move the leg. Yes. The cloth is static as flip in there. Oh, and the drop shadow. Drop shadow. Why is it not? Ah, it is very. It is very, very subtle. Very, very subtle. Ultra subtle. Quick save. Let me go here into shading. Do we get to see the drop shadow in there? Plain. You had to play with these values here till you could see the shadow. I think they did something like this, but for whatever reason we're not getting a shadow in there. Stefan, welcome back. We're rendering beachy peachy. We're gonna say beach. No, peach. We're rendering peach. I always get confused there because I always say beachy peachy, and when I wanna just say the name, I go for the first word, but that's not it. Yeah, we did a first render in there. You can see it on the top left corner. But I'm gonna try to do a little bit better than that. She's blinking very, very fast in there. And maybe the mouse can be changed. We open a little bit slowlier. But yeah. Big poggers. Look. Yeah, pretty cool. That line on the hair there. That's a little bit weird for 3D. But yeah. It's cool. We're getting there. Welcome back. Hope you had a fantastic Saturday. Yes. I am trying to check here. They taught me how to do a drop shadow in there, in this plane, but I for some reason it stopped working. No, or maybe it never did work properly. I don't really know. We're gonna find out. You should be able to see it. There. Sort of trying to appear in there. Okay, something like that. not be very accurate. But we got a little shadow in there. Okay. Next, the camera. We don't need any of these, I guess. These references should not appear in the render. No, no, no. No, no, no. And the foot backup should not appear in the render. Okay, what are you doing? These ones, yes. Illustration background, bubble, camera, and the daisies, yes sir. And the Koke's original shapes, no, only these area lights, yes, but they should be in the scene, right? It makes no sense that they are there. Koke original shapes should be private resources. Yes. It's okay. Circle, arrow, rectangle, square, triangle. All of them are copyrighted. Yes. Very secret. Very protected intellectual property. They are basically the shapes I used here for the armature. You see these little shapes, this arrow, these circles. We made it ourselves, so they are have copyright. Okay. Very hidden. Okay, perfect. I think we got rid of ambient occlusion in a way. I don't know why the outline is transparent sometimes and not other times. Maybe it always was, like here for example. And the outline, it's a little bit weird here for the eyes. I wouldn't have the irises with an outline if I could avoid it. Well, not that you get to realize much probably in the video. Let's leave it for now, but if I could get rid of it, I would. Maybe ray tracing is affecting what our computer was saying there. What at home? Sorry, I forgot. At home computer, were you helping my YouTube channel? Because I was seeing one of the last beach videos, my god, beachy videos had like a view that had like over an hour of watch time. So someone really enjoyed that one. Someone was enjoying the beachy video. Ray tracing. Maybe we turn it off. Yeah, that was it. Ray tracing was it. Maybe. Gets flatter that way. Ray tracing is cool, but maybe not for this project. You know, say? You know, say? But it is it for sure? What you mean? What you mean? Were you helping or was an enjoyer? A real enjoyer? Real bitchy enjoyer? Who knows? I don't know, but anyway, there was a view there with like an hour and a half watch time or something. Someone really enjoyed that one for whatever reason. Okay, this cloth is not clothing very much, but I am not very sure why. You are the cookie secret enjoyer. Okay. I am glad. Let's see. Is closing? Close looks static as flip. As you can be. Close is not closing at all. Close for me. Quality steps. Delete the bake. Maybe the bake was a lie. The bake was a lie. Oh my god. How dare you. 43, I think it starts. Bake. Have you tried cell shading for the lining? No, because I don't know how it's done, but we could try if you know how to do it. I am getting rid of the ray tracing because we were getting... Ray tracing is cool, but maybe it is not the best choice for this project. With flat lining, the scene changes quite a bit. We could try it with flat lining too. I don't know if I can do the render scene here with flat lining and the HDRI. And welcome back, Banana. Welcome back. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend. Is it morning where you live? Enjoy. Let's see. It's baking the claw simulation. It's gonna stop now. Okay, just ended. This is my cell shading, basically. This is my... I don't know why I'm not seeing the solidifying here. Where he be hiding? Solidify. It is not showing. I don't know why that's the case. I probably have to mess with the options. But well, this... With the outline, this would be my cell shading, basically. Is there a way to get this tile into the render viewport? You don't have anything. Well, we're gonna find out. This flat shading in here, where there are lights, you should ignore completely. Okay, the cloth is closing now, I guess. At least it's not clipping, right? So that's great. Yes, great news. Close be closing. Yeah, but flat. Can we flat? Oh yeah, I don't get... Look, the solidify is on. I was saying before the solidify here, I don't know why it's transparent sometimes. It is transparent here too, that's why we don't get to see it in the other one. I think my solidify materials for whatever reason got... Maybe because I was playing with the nodes, right? They got warp or something. Maybe the body thing here got duplicated because I was playing with the nodes, and I need to move this material offset. I should move it. There it is. One more slot. Okay, now we have outline again. Shall I do it for this too? Possibly. The outline is pink in there, but material offset. No. That's a wrong outline. Let me chunk class. You can render the viewport. Viewport render. Let me see. You can render viewport render. Maybe here. It's at the bottom. Ah, here. Maybe at the bottom here. Viewport. Sorry. Found it. Viewport render animation. Viewport render image. Render the viewport for the animation range of this scene. Okay. I guess this is it. So I could render this one, but in this one you don't get the beach background. Can I do flat here? Flat lining. That's the only thing I did here. I selected lining flat. You can do an image plane with a beach up for the background, like have it as an image if you want. It's a little bit scuffed, I guess. I don't know if it would be very noticeable. Or a sphere. Oh, that could be decent if it adapts properly, right? We can live in sphere, UV sphere. Now we live in sphere. But backface culling though, I can flip the normals, right? Can flip the normals for the sphere. Alt N. What was it? Controller? No. Shift N? Or Alt F? Maybe it was Alt F. I hope I didn't destroy anything with all those shortcuts. The safest bet is to undo. Okay, let me look the flip normals. Flip normals. Maybe you have to select birds or faces. Would make sense. Would make sense. Edit mode, select all faces, probably. Alt N. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now we live in sphere. Okay, that checks out. Can we add the AXR as a material or something? material, new, surface, base color. Can I select texture or something? Or image? Let's see. Translucent, not really. Normal. Let's see. Let me Google it. Just go in the shader editor. Big Brain. Here, and I can add it, right? How was it? I did it for other things. Texture, environment, texture, color, base color, and I choose it here. Oh, do we get it here? Big brains at work. Both, incredible. She's rotated. Oh, we can rotate the sphere. Well, maybe even that makes more sense because of the lining, right? But you don't get to see the beautiful sunset. Big brains, banana and at home computer. They are crushing it. You can add a mapping node. What is that? What would that make? What would that do? Do you get to see those faces in the render? Maybe there is a way to turn them off. You can rotate the image with it. I did it the rough way. Just rotating the sphere. You rotate sphere. Let me see that node. Shading. Okay. Mapping. Oh. And you connect it in between. Or maybe here before material output. I am seeing the vector. Vector and vector. Or maybe this vector to here. That's it. Before. XYZ or 000. I don't see change with that. Location, nothing. Rotation. Nothing. Does not seem to work here. Maybe point texture. Maybe you have to change that. Hey, Jest! How is it going? How is it going? We're rendering BEACHY. We're trying to get the cell shading technique now. We can do another render with the realistic lighting. We are doing EV renders that are faster. I am enjoying them pretty much. I have to change a few things in their siblings a little bit fast, but yeah. We're starting to cook. Let's see if the type texture affects the mapping here. Siblings, yeah, her mouth changes from close to the O shape. She moves into that position, but I think she does it before the camera starts recording, basically. The hair wiggles, everything wiggles, but she's not walking yet. But I wanted to do this animation because it's similar to the original one. The original one is something like a soft circular movement around here, something like that. It's more like an infinite shape, something like this. I went a little bit wilder with the camera. Something like that. That's the original. Okay, went a little bit. But it is what it is. And after this one, we're gonna try to make her walk, but I was not able to figure out how to make her dance with MMD files. So I guess I would have to manually do the walking cycle or something. I hope it's not very painful. But it is what it is. If we have to do it, we have to do it. I will do it. It is a painted texture. Yes. It is a painted texture. Here you can have a look here in texture paint. That's the hair. Accessories. The body and the head, like that. It's painted. Thank you. The outline is an effect with a solidify modifier here. We learn how to do it for this with tutorials. It's a solidify. You have to make it transparent with backface culling, and you get to see the body, but you get that outline effect too. Yes, pretty cool. And it looks like it's cell shaded, but it's a sort of fake cell shading. Yes. We're learning. Sure. Inverse Hall method. Look, banana knows what's up. Banana, big brain blending in action here. Yes. We have a lot of 3D enjoyers in chat. You for MVP. Welcome to the channel. Look, the hair wiggles a bit. She has wiggle physics in her body too, but she's not moving. The mouth, yeah, it's closed in the beginning, but I should open it a little bit more slowly because the camera gets it there, but And the blink should be a little bit slower, because in the video she does it ultra fast. We're starting to cook. I don't know why the shadow is not there. This is the solidify how it would look like in real life, but because you get the transparency there, you can get to see the inside, right? Big brains. What are you looking at, you little lazy? What are you taking pictures of? Huh? I think that's funny. Let's see. Does Leah know you're... Don't tell her. Don't. There is no way for me to answer that question without being compromised, so Cookie will shut up. Leah doesn't know, but she doesn't need to know. I froze. Cookie stopped working. I like Leah. I'm loyal to Leah. This is only, I don't know. Tomoyo was my daughter. I don't know if I can say Peachy is my daughter, right? She's a little bit older for that, but this is strictly anatomical research. This is for science. Don't tell Leah though. Don't tell Leah. A Leah model in this style will be so cute. Oh yeah, indeed. We could do Leah. We could do Leah. Eventually. I need a little bit of rest. I need maybe to change the projects. But I will add Leah to the list. I think it would be cute to have Leah. Can you do a pixelated effect here in Blender? Probably, right? Probably there are sort of like pixel shaders. Or you can do it... Oh! Let me show you. I can pixelate myself. I discovered this not too long ago. You're gonna get to see behind the curtain a little bit, but... this program has very cool effects. And I don't really use them ever, but I probably should. I am first. Sorry. Sorry, banana. I'm very sorry. But it was cool, I needed to find it. I can go hiding. Not to ruin your image. I will go hiding. And I will look it up. But I need to show you the effects. They are so cool, man. They are so cool. Can't believe you're not... Oh, man. Well, no. I have shown my hands in real life. And I have shown you my 3D printer. So you should know. You should know. Well, you never know, right? You have never seen me from my chest up. I could be a cat indeed. Have you ever seen my face? I don't think so. That was only tracking like points in my face. The tracker believes my face looks sort of human, but it is because it's trying to track a human mask onto my cat face, right? Yes. Where is it though? Here they are. You get to see me again. Color grading, weather effects. but you can be pixelated. That's what it reminded me. Effect on, resolution. Look, pixelated cat, but you get to choose how many pixelation. Let me get more pixels in there. Pixelated. I am pixelated. Is there a way to do this in Blender? Probably. Pixel. You get to choose your resolution. You barely get to see me with that. Let me turn it off. But there are. Was it weather effect? Weather effect? No, custom particle effects. Let me turn the other. Okay, in bubble space. Yeah. Let me turn it off. There are lots and lots of effects. Backlight and outline. Was it? It is. You get to be night mode. Night mode. Hey, I'm calling from the past, guys. How are you doing over there? It's been rough. It's holding here. It has lots and lots of effects. Fake encoding errors. No, encoding errors no, but you can get glitchy effects too. Line scanners, glitches. Yeah. Static, TV static too. What's happening? Let's stop playing. Sorry for breaking your immersion. Okay, everything checks out. I'm back. Oops. Should be locked. Locked. Yes. Okay, let's keep blending. Sorry. I was playing for a bit over there. Okay. So this shadowy thingy, why is it not capturing shadow? Well, probably because we have flat lighting, right? So we should probably... Should we hide it for this mode, maybe? Maybe that would make sense. Because what sort of lighting should it be capturing? Hey Silvertone, thank you so much. We're doing renders today. Yes, we can fix a few things, but starting to look pretty final. Yes. Thank you so much. Hope you are having a fantastic weekend over there. Let's fix the blinking and the mouse movement. She blinks a little bit too fast in there. You've been learning on how to make your own avatar in Blender. So cool. What do you want to do exactly? Like a 3D avatar, a VTuber, because I want to know how to make VTubers. I tried to export Peach as a simple VTuber, but I could not make it. Not yet. Let's see. You need, yeah, VRM format. Yeah. But I tried to export her. I exported her as FBX and plugged her into Unity, but I could not export the VRM file because I had an issue with the shader, with the toon shader, mtoon shader for VRM. There is an add-on built into Blender. I think I have it here, but I couldn't get it to work, the VRM add-on. Sort of checks if everything is fine with your model to translate into a VRM, but could not export it. If you figure that out, I would like to know. Maybe I just need to check a few tutorials, but I didn't have time yet. Your next character you will make it for an avatar. So cool. So cool. I would love to learn. Mouse. Oh. This is the opening. That should be slower, we said. Should be slower, then we can move this a little farther away. Okay. Maybe she can close it back. Depends. How long does the animation? Maybe she can close it back. Let's see. Maybe, yeah, maybe in the end she can have it closed. Okay. Trying to add a little variation to the render. Mouse O. Closed. Opens here. Can I just duplicate you and move you over there? Maybe not. Then I will key you again here. New here, mouse O. Back to 0. Keyframe. There you go. And we can move it. Oh, why? Can I move you independently? Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, that way. She opens her mouse. She closed it a bit too far. A bit too fast. Maybe we can duplicate this one. Duplicate this. Shift D. Or I was pressing Alt like in a video editor or something. Maybe Shift D. Yes. Okay. Do I have a tracker on the camera? For this scene, I have a regular camera and this is an empty sphere. I parent the camera to the sphere and I usually move the sphere. so that it's not pointing to her the whole time, because maybe you wanna, I don't know, so you can choose where to point the camera, right? Maybe you wanna point other places, or to the daisies, or to the background, or who knows, right? So then you can have a free camera and it's not locked pointing to Peach. It's just Donut tutorial. I learned it there. Donut tutorial. You get to learn a lot. It's a great starting point. Okay. I would like the mouse to be open over there. It should be totally open. Okay. Great. And she gets to have it open for a bit longer. Oh, surprise Pikachu face for a bit longer. Maybe she can, yeah, start closing there, maybe. Little slower. Okay. Seems legal to me. Okay, good. Blinkies. Blinkies. She was blinking very, very fast. So this three thingies here, we should space a bit. Blink. So 1, 2, 3. Scale. Something like that, maybe. Delete this 3. Maybe just move them to the side. Copy these ones. Shift D. I don't want them to start duplicating. Yeah, just delete it. Delete them. 1, 2, 3. Shift D. And the same over here. Delete them. Oops. Are you gonna do blend shapes for your avatar too? Shift D. So they have expressions, right? I haven't done only the basic, well, mostly basic ones. Because I was told it was enough for you to be able to import it. Let me see. Let me go back to here, for example. For you to import it into BEACHY, and I was told you could get away with winking, wink right left, looking up down left right, and opening mouse and closing it. I think with that it should be enough. But I don't know, I am not there yet, so I cannot tell you. Like, maybe that's a little bit too high of a wing. I probably need to redo them a bit. I corrected only the one we were using, that's basically the blink bows. It's a little bit lower and it keeps those shadows up because they were stretching with the whole face. Happy blink? I don't think. Okay, maybe that was the the first blink I did. Okay, that's the mouth. In the surprise Pikachu face. Mouth open. Okay, just literally opening the mouth. This is for the eyes, right? Yes. This was basically something that happened with the blink, with the happy blink, the first one I did. I realized that if you you stop the animation in the middle, you get a little sassy look, a weird sassy look. So I just keyed it and saved it. Thought it was cool. That's basically it. I didn't do many shape keys. Okay. How are the blinks looking? Is that working properly? I guess. Let me see it from the camera. We could try another render with Eevee. Okay. Save an incremental and render animation. Render animation. She's rendering from the other one. Cancel the render. Render from viewport. It was viewport render animation. That's it. That's weird. That's weird. I have to get inside the camera. Otherwise, there is no viewport render animation in there. But the lining though, the lining got kind of messed up, right? Viewport render animation. Well, it lost a lot of saturation, right? And we are getting the sphere in there. That sphere should not be showing. Okay. And hide the overlays probably. Hide the overlays. Oh, the lights are showing, right? Probably. These ones. No. They need to... Well, maybe they don't need to affect anything because we have flat thingy. Hide the overlays. Let me see here. Overlays. Viewport overlays. Floor. Are we getting floor? Oops. Are we getting axis? Yes. Anything else? Oh, amazing. That way it doesn't get disconfigured, right? Okay. Beautiful. Can we do something with the color? Well, we can increase the saturation in post. Post-production. View render animation. I would like to clean the that hair is wiggling a lot. I don't get to see it properly, but well, you will in a bit. Let me turn it for you, maybe. There it is. That's why I was telling you we lost quite a bit of saturation in there. Maybe it's because I need to go into the options and check here maybe color attributes or something like that. But well, we can increase saturation. There is no problem with that. Okay, is it finished? Okay, there it is. Let me go to the Blender video editor. Blender can do everything. Blender video. Maybe I closed it. I think I did. No, here it is. Blender video. You're saying it, right? Yes. Okay. Need to delete this stripe, or well, I could just disable the channel. No, we don't really need it. Let's look for the new frames. They should be here in my temporary folder. Okay, select them all. Drag them into the timeline. Okay, that should be it. She still blinks kind of fast. Maybe it is not instantaneous now. And that hair, what is happening with the wiggle of the hair? Why is that hair shaking so much? The hairs do be wiggling. What happened there with the hair? Is there wind in the scene? What happened? It didn't happen for the first one, no? No, I am checking the first one in there and it's not wiggling like that. Not that crazy of a wiggle. Okay, need to fix that wiggle every now. What happened in there? Why is that hair so shaky? Shaky. Should I render the armature or something? I mean, it's not bad that it moves, but it's really going at it. I will adjust the stiffness. It it is a sad thing to do, but sometimes you have to get in there and just adjust it, you know. Why don't I get to see the bones? Post position. Armature. Where are the bones? Where are the bones? Let me show them in front. In front. I get to see them here, but not here. You what, mate? You what, mate? Ah, the overlay, overlay, overlay. Okay. There is the chain. Why you be wiggling that hard? Well, in edit mode you don't get to see it. But in the other though. Animation. These are the wiggle bones. Pose. Sorry. You have to go into pose. Pose mode. There it is. Stiff. And damp. You have to play with those. Wind. I guess there is no wind. Can be large numbers. Shall I make it stiffer? What happens if I do 1,000? That's wiggling. It reverted to. Maybe it's because it's. I think you can change it and keyframe it. I think so. So you should keyframe this. 1,000. There it is. And the last frame. Yeah, now it's like there was wind or something, right? So, well, I don't know. I don't know if there is wind in there, but it do be wiggling. Okay. And here it kept the 1,000 value. 200 before, 1,000 now. It wiggles as a whole. Oh, should it not wiggle though? So sad to say that, but maybe the hair should not wiggle. Damp. Okay, now it really does not wiggle that much. Oh, it is a sad day for the wiggle. Can you tell I like the word wiggle? Such an amazing word. The hair, it was wiggling a little bit too wild in the editor. Have a look here. Can you see it was twitching like crazy there? I'm trying. That's not happening. That it does not happen. It's twitching a bit. I don't know why exactly. But I am dampening the wigglies in there. It looks like yellow. I didn't touch anything, so I don't really understand what changed. But something did. Maybe that now she's inside a sphere or whatever. And the the hair feels the interactions in there. I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah. So I increase the stiffness and the damp, and it seems to behave well. Basically, stop the whole wiggle. No more wiggle. It's a sad day. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I hope that huge hole doesn't show. This 1000 thingy. I will move it further back so that you don't get to see it in the first frame. It's already in position. I think could be noticeable when you go to the side. It is still wiggling like crazy. I don't know what happened to the hair. It's going wild. Let's see how it behaves. And we lost a lot of the color in that viewport render. I don't really know why, but I think I can fix that in adjusting the saturation, right? So that should not be the end of the world, basically. View, render animation. I think it might be behaving properly in this one. But can you tell the colors are so dull there? So flat or so whitish? I don't know why. I like Kiwi. I thought I wouldn't, to be honest. Thought I wouldn't like it. But it's very cool to be able to try a lot of things very quickly. Okay, end of the animation there. And there is something weird happening in there with the outline of the earrings. Doesn't go the whole way. Maybe it's because it's clipping with the face or something. With the solidify in there. Maybe. I don't know. But a regular viewer is not gonna be able to tell. And here this little lettering thingy is clipping through her hair. Now you know. But I guess Someone who is just scrolling won't be able to tell. Okay, let me export this in Blender Video Editor, the best editor. Let's check. Temporary files. I guess this got overwritten. I guess, right. The thing is, it did not even ask me if I want them overwritten. It just did, so you have to be careful. Blender does not care about your feelings. Oh, you get to see the initial shake in there. Not, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Well, yeah, you get to see that hair get into position. We can fix that real quick. Can you just turn it off? At this point, it's not even moving. Yeah. Sadly. Yeah. You're better off animating it. Possibly. Yes. Yeah. I don't even know if I want to animate it. Well, maybe if a few swings you can do. I don't know. Ah, color is back. Oh, the color. I missed you. Move this further back so that there is no twitching in there. And there, overlay. Armature. In pose mode, you select the wiggle bones. You can turn off the chain, the happiness. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, should I do? She's barely moving her head. Well, she's not for this animation, right? Oh, she moves her hand. What? Okay. She moves her hand a little bit. Well. Oh, there is even a bit of jiggle physics in there. Can you tell? I can't. I don't know why, but she's jiggling. A little bit. I guess that hand made a huge turbulence in the sphere. And they got to jiggle. Okay. No more wiggling there. Start from the beginning. Render animation. Whoops. Huh. You almost got me. You almost got me. View. There you go. I guess maybe in the video editor they let you adjust it a bit. Or maybe there are options in here that I haven't checked. Maybe for the render or something. I don't know. Oh, my pointer turned into something that's counting frames, I guess. Yeah. It's a little bit weird. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little square with a number that's going up. And there it's coming to a close. All right. Boop. Blender video editor. And that looks like the old Blender mouse cursor. Was it different, really? Did it look like a square? When it's thinking. Oh. What is that first frame? Have they gotten out of order or something? Could be. Maybe I selected them wrong or something. Yeah. From the first to the last, shift click. Okay. Drag and drop. Why is that the first frame? And for a while. Maybe I can crop that. Okay. Maybe I move the camera or something. Okay. Good. Do we get fade to black? You can hold the last frame. Yeah, there it is. Is the color back? Is the saturation back, or I just got used to it? Maybe I just got used to it. Let me check again the other one. I got used to it. No, the saturation should be higher. Okay. Let me see if we get color management here. Yeah, color, saturation. All right. Let's crank it up. Oh, there it is. Can you crank it up without... I need to have them side by side. Okay, it's pretty saturated, the other one. It's brighter too. Do I have multiply? No. Exposure. Let's see. Transform, no. Crop, no. Video, strobe, no. I guess you don't get a brightness controller in there. Can you view, select, marker, add, strip, mask, color, a color strip to the sequence. This is a flat color, solid color. Adjustment layer. Okay. We might be able to cook with this. Or not. No, maybe it looks okay, right? It looks okay just with that saturation thingy. I don't know, I guess. Okay, let's export that. Render animation. Oh my god, the cloth is clipping again. Such. The little video you're seeing over there, was that the first one we did? I don't think so, right? It has the flat shading. Looks like the one I just did. Yes, I guess. I guess it's the one I just did. Why is the cloth acting up again? Were you not baked in place? Does it not? The bake does not show here in this render. The bake only shows. No, it's like the bake is not even there. It's not even showing here in the render. Maybe because I added the sphere. Yeah, nighttime pitch. Maybe because I added the sphere, it's destroyed the baking or something. I'm trying to doesn't sound. Sometimes you have to remove objects from receiving light. Or casting shadows. I think you can click sphere and settings on the right. Sphere. Delete to not cut shadows or receive light. Material or modifiers. Let me see. Shadow. Camera. Transparent shadows. Ray trace transmission. If you're having issues with something blocking light or casting shadows, Well, this is not really an issue for... I could hide the completely the sphere. That's not the problem. The problem is that for whatever reason, the close stopped closing. The cloth stopped working. I baked its physics, but it's not doing anything. Object mode. Bitch wrap. Maybe I need to redo the baking. Delete bake and bake again. I don't think Peach is even moving. The bake is not doing anything. Where could that be? Maybe I have the armature off or something. Could be. Maybe that could be it. Who knows? Doesn't let me do anything now that's baking. Armature is showing. She's moving into pose there because she moves before. There, the cloth got in position. Got in position. Okay, before starting. Okay, it's legal. That seems legal to me. Okay. It's clipping there. Fixes itself in the second frame. Okay. I agree. It's clipping there. Fixes itself in the second frame. Let me see the video. Yeah, it never gets fixed. Okay, it never gets fixed. Okay, let's try again. Okay, there it gets fixed, second frame or so. That angle is not particularly great. You get to see a little bit of the eye in there, of the white. That's gonna be going so quickly, most people are never gonna realize, right? How is your day going at home computer? Are you chilling? Big chilling? Are you planning on working on the room, or are you gonna take it free to rest? Day off for resting. Maybe Saturday you can rest. In the Sunday, if you have strength left. slow this weekend. Okay, I agree. I thought you were you were very energetic on Friday, so I wasn't gonna stop you from working on the room. But yeah, maybe you should take it easy, fix your back for good, let it rest for a bit, and after that you can start uh, working again or being a little bit more reckless, but be careful anyway. Okay, back to editing. Woke up sore. Need to warm up. Today I am doing great now, but today I don't know why I felt a little bit I don't know, I felt weird when I woke up. But I'm feeling fine now. I'm feeling fine. I took a bit to revive, to become human again. You need to warm up. Take it easy, man. And be careful when slowly stand, things of the like, right? Don't push it, don't push it. Is that the first frame? Frame 0, no, frame 1. Happens the same as the last time. We have a few missed frames there in the beginning. Does the cloth get fixed though? Let's check. Okay, the cloth is fine. Perfect. Okay, that's a good one. How was it? Render animation. That's it. I hope it does not override the other one. Well, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad. Okay. I guess that's the one you're gonna be seeing in there. That's why I am scared, but I think they are overwriting itself. And Blender doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell you anything. It overwrites all your frames like it was nothing. So Blender doesn't care about your feelings. You have to be careful. Cut. Looks great. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Let's go. Yes. If we could add a little bit of music in there, yeah, you make it chef kiss. Chef kiss. Little bit of Mario Sunshine music, or did he use some music in his? I think so. Yeah, some Mushroom Kingdom music. Yeah. You make a great portfolio addition in there. Let me check the file Blender. Beachy, frames, textures. I guess it's inside frames. 1. Okay, I still got the frames from that first render. Cell shaded. Cell shaded. Okay, paste everything in there, and I'm gonna copy the video. Ooh, it yeah. It was deleting my video the whole time. That's why they were changing. Blender, Blender editor is very Python-esque. Doesn't care about you one little bit. Let me drop the video in here. A copy. Awesome. I'm gonna redo it with the other shading too, because the 3D one is good too. Maybe no ray tracing in there, but 3D too. With the outline. Yeah, the surround was clipping, so no problem with that. And the hair didn't have an outline. We got that fixed too. Gonna go back to Blender. Okay. Back in Blender. We could adjust the saturation and the brightness in the video, but that's easy. Viewport shading. Let me hide the sphere. Turn on the area lights. This is with ray tracing off, and turn on the drop shadow. There it is. Anything else I'm forgetting? The physics are there. Okay. So render animation again. No, from here. Just render. Plain rendering animation. Plain render of the animation. Okay. There. Oh, no physics. No, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, it didn't get fixed. There is no baking in there. But it was it was working in here before. It is so weird. Does the bake only work for a specific viewport? I'm sort of amazed. It's weird, right? Ultra weird. Let's see if it bakes properly this time. You can add a bone to this part of the skirt, I guess, to put it in place, right? And move it up for the leg. But we can do it with physics like pros. No, yeah, of course, that would be much more comfortable for this kind of render, but it will be very situation specific, right? It's good for this particular render, but or make a blend shape, yeah, and fix it with Sculpt, that too. Have you... Were you in need at some point to do something like that? Because you know a few tricks to quickly fix stuff for a render, right? That reeked of experience. Of experience. Well, not reek. Reek is smell bad, but smell like experience. Ah, it fixes itself now. I don't know why you have to rebake, man. But the bakery seems to be like that. Let me render animation. Yeah, it gets fixed now. The bakery to be like that. I like this one too. The one that's not flat. I like both versions. I need to paint under the note and the and the bow in there. There is no excuse for that. That's not clipping, that's not nothing. I think that's a cookie that got lazy. Ah no, that's not a cookie that got lazy. You know, I had to pull that bow more to the front because it was doing something weird. Well, that gets no texture. This project, you're learning a lot. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That means we are achieving the goals. It was supposed to be a project to learn a lot. We're learning. It's good. I think it's a pretty eye-catchy portfolio project. The outline in the eyes though, the red outline for the eyes, I don't know if I am convinced. And that they have no subdivisions, not that many. But the GIF goes so fast that a regular viewer that's only gonna watch this maybe for 2 or 3 loops are never gonna come back. That viewer is never gonna be able to tell. But well, for the one who knows, right? You know forever. A bit of depth of field will be cool. Okay, we can try that. You can also find a water drop bump. A water drop bump? What do you mean exactly? Like, are you talking about a little clipping that was happening there with the outline? Are you talking about adding sweat droplets? Adding culture into the render? Oh, the flower is stretching a bit over there, quite a bit. That's a little bit of a white painting issue. Zoomed in with that zoom, she looks pretty cool with the whole saturation. You're looking at the render there, it's not looking that saturated, the one you're seeing. But if you crank it up a little bit, it's gonna look nice. Nice. I'm gonna check Warudo after all these renders. Wanna go in there, give it a quick look, just to see the interface and how it looks. I installed it yesterday night while I was editing, but never opened it. I hope it doesn't omega dogs me or something, but well, you can always crop that section of the video. Wouldn't be the first time. A water drop bump. Okay, this render should be almost done. Yeah, it's basically done. I'm gonna go for a quick toilet break because I'm peeing myself. Okay, I'll be right back. I leave you with the... I will render the video and leave it on screen for you. Yes, I can do that. Let's go to Blender editor. Blender bender. Are you a blender bender? At home computer? Watch, make sure it renders. Okay, okay. You watch. Watch closely. Zoom in real close. See all the pixels in there. And you tell me. You tell me if the cook happened or not. Or nah. Or nah. How people love says. Is that nah or nah? I know a lot of people say it, but she says it in a funny way. Is that nah or nah? She was streaming, right? I didn't check what she was cooking today. Gonna go say hi after stream if she's still on. Or write her, I don't know. Okay, this checks out. She's doing watching travel videos. Watching travel videos. That's fun. Like people traveling over the world. Yeah, watch party. Watch party. When you do watch party, wasn't that some sort of extension they did so that you could watch series from Amazon Prime in your with your viewers or something? Or maybe viewers select videos for her to watch, for example, right? Maybe at some point that I could do React content. I mean, that's sort of easy to do. Maybe you get a lot of issues with copyright, right? I can imagine that could be hellish pretty easily, but a lot of people do it on the internet, so I don't know. I really enjoy my workies, so I'm not in a rush to do that. I really enjoy my Blender and my 3D modeling. I need to learn how to do Clip Studio Paint, but that seems to get the views. That's what I can tell, right? Render animation. I leave you with Peachy. But she's talking a lot over it, yeah, so that you don't get claimed. When YouTubers talk over the video and they post it a lot, that's not that's not, oh sorry guys, I post the video again. No, that's done on purpose so that they cannot claim you, so you can argue it's fair use. There you get pitch and I get toilet. I'll be back. PP makes it fun. Chat seems to like it. Yeah, just chatting content seems to be cool when you have a cool community to hang out and enjoy all together. Yeah, seems cool. She seems to have a pretty cool community over there. Yeah, pretty cool people. We are cool here too, don't get me wrong. I like you very much. But here, yeah, there's a different vibe. Workies vibe. 3D enjoyers vibe. We like our stuff a lot. PP is for more, how can you say? She's more regular internet user friendly. We are more 3D enjoyers here. sorry. Yes. I'll be back. I'm back. I need to finish painting the bathroom ceiling. The last layer of paint must be applied. What is that emote there. Shaking. Hydration. Okay. Well. Tomorrow I have to start making beds, fixing rooms to accommodate for my aunt and uncle. They come on Wednesday. So I'm gonna be streaming Monday, Tuesday, and that's it. I think I'm gonna do one blend this Unity. So one suffering stream and one Stardew Valley. And we'll see you next week, basically. Okay. She seems cool, pretty done. Pretty well, I'm satisfied with the result. So this, I will maybe do a little bit of color management in Resolve, crank it up a little, maybe a little bit of saturation and a little bit of brightness, so that it matches my scene, the viewport render basically. And I would like to do the other animation with the walking cycle, but I didn't manage to make the MMDs work. I didn't manage to make the MMDs work, so I think I will have to do a walking animation, a walking cycle myself. I don't really hate it because, well, the walking cycle is the final exam for the subject I failed, the animation 1. It's basically, you have, it's called animation fundamentals, and after that you go to a whole subject that's pre-production, and another one is post-production. It is traditional animation, so it's very painful. But maybe in Blender it's easy to do, or easier to do, because in Blender we have an IK rig and controllers, so maybe it's not that bad that I do it at least once, right? At least once. You have to do it once to make sure you know how to do it, right? So I think I can do it. I can try that. And for future projects, I can show you a few ideas I have. How can we do this? Maybe with Chrome. I don't want you to get very spoiled, but maybe with Chrome we can do it. I hope. Well, yeah, we're gonna do it with Chrome, but I get to look before, and I I will turn on and off the visibility of Chrome so that you don't get spoilers in there, in case you didn't see the series or something. I have a few ideas for future models. I'm gonna show you. Well, first of all, we need to do the emotes for when we reach affiliate, right? That would mean painting streams. I need to get better at painting. We can do painting streams. I can try painting a simple illustration or a fine artsy portrait. I don't like rendering. The cool stuff about 3D, man, is you don't have to think of the lighting. Lighting just happens. The shader does it for you, and you forget about it. Lighting is difficult. It's very difficult when you have to render everything yourself. Oof, you have to think a lot, and I'm not good at that. But we can try. We can try. this should be green, for example. This should have shadow. Okay, didn't do that, but sometimes art doesn't have to represent reality, right? There was an artist that did very crazy poses with a ultra buff dude, a Superman I think it was, that you were looking at him from the side, but you get to see the pec and the abs too here. It was sort of like cubism but for comics or something. And well, if you know a bit of anatomy, you can it didn't look ultra bad, but it checked out too. For most people would be fine because people wouldn't be checking that much right in there. Okay. But without further ado, let me look for future candidates for models, for cookie models. Of course, first one, FAPTA. This is gonna get model eventually. I will show you how she looks like. Okay, it's difficult because she has lots of fur. Toad is very easy to do. Toad. But yeah, eventually, of course, we can do a toad. Would be easy, right? Simple enough. Why is not showing Chrome in there? It is because it's very far down in the layers. I will pull it up. Pull it up. Video source, Blender video. Okay, there. This is a candidate from Made in Abyss 2. The problem I see with her is the fur she has everywhere. She has a lot of fur and I don't know how I'm gonna survive that. That will be problematic. She's gonna have a flat chest, don't worry about that. Shellbeetle model Nanachi. Nanachi has a bird chest too, and there is no issue with that. Other candidate could be Reg, the guy over here. These are from the same series. But Reg, for me, it doesn't tell, I don't know, it doesn't click with me that much. Would be cool to have a, because the thing is sculpting. Okay, I can get in there and with a maybe we can try a brush with sort of like a fur pattern or something. We could do something like that. I am thinking of portfolio, right? To have different sort of models in there. I have done chibi girl. I have done adult woman. Fapta will be monster chibi girl. It's not that different, but I like her. She has 4 arms too. So, well, and furry, she has fur. It's not like... furry doesn't do it for me. I wouldn't consider me one. But I don't know. I think I like her enough. Maybe just she has a loaf form that I'm gonna do it as a meme eventually. Loaf, Fapta. This is pretty cool. She behaves as a cat. The author has a lot of fun with her. She has lots of cool expressions. And eating from a bowl too. It's a very fun character. I love her. She loaf and she cat. It's a very cool character. And she is sort of spider because she has 4 arms and 2 legs. Okay, more characters. Bondrud. I thought of Bondrud too, but he does not look that. Look at him. Well, I'm gonna hide it because this could have spoilers, right? Let me choose an image that's not very spoilerish. Okay, Bondrud. Bondrud is cool, but it's not that. We could, if we made something like that, a pose like that. Let me show you. Okay, there is no many spoilers on screen. A pose like that would be cool, but it's basically a dude wearing a trench coat and with a cool helmet and cool gloves. There you get a little bit of a tail, but maybe we do something. If you look at the character like this, there is not that much. Well, there are lots of accessories in there. I'm gonna suffer. And it's not... I have a problem with that. If I don't like the character that much, these projects take quite a bit of time to be completed. And I'm gonna be looking at the character for a while. So I better like it. A bit at least. Yeah, he has the furry form, but I'm not gonna be doing that. It's time to learn. Marvelous Designer. That was the guy that made clothes. That made wonderful clothing designs in Instagram. Or is it a program too? Yeah. Let me hide Chrome again. Let's look for another one. Another candidate. Also from my database. How is it written? Okay. This one. Why? Because robot, because huge robot, because hard surfaces, because human but not quite, right? And interesting too. Different sort of exercise. Flat surfaces. This could be interesting. Cool, right? Yeah, I think it's cool. This would be great too. And another one I would like to do as a male model would be Ganondorf, but a concrete version. Ganondorf, the buff version, something like this, or with the fire hair. I think that would be pretty cool too. To have a different sort of anatomy there. A buff dude, huge guy, strong features, face features, huge nose, beard, long hair. I think that could be a cool project too. I'm gonna try to look for a better picture maybe of what I'm looking for. But basically an iteration of that sort of Ganondorf. I don't know. Ideas for the future. Well, I will have to look for a reference, but basically that one with the hair not in a knot, but maybe flowing like over there. Maybe that's with I don't know. That's the other form. I don't know, but something like that. That image is not loading for whatever reason. But well, that could be cool for a change, basically. I enjoy female models quite a bit more, but at least to have the experience, right? And to do a basic male model like a body type like Link's, for example, wouldn't do it for me. I mean, I could do it eventually, but if I'm gonna do that, I better be doing a girl, to be honest. I don't know, but that's just me. I could do a Link eventually, I don't care, but this is to do something different. Well, those are a few ideas over there. And of course, let me show you what I was thinking of. For the Cookie assistant, we could do something like, or an Animal Crossing sort of character, or something low poly. Let me check, let me think. Midna. Midna is also a cool character. I like Midna. The two forms, I like them. Let me think. Maybe you can have this as a reference. For example, the ears don't need to be that huge, but maybe a little bit more polygonal than that even. Low poly. Let's look for low poly cats. Poly cat. Low poly cat. No, but with more cartoonish shape. These are cool too. But when I was thinking of the assistant, I was thinking a little bit more cartoonish. And eventually a Cookie VTuber model will have to be made, because will be cool to have copyright right over over my own character to be able to make products in the future. So, but I'm not gonna be changing the design too much, because a cat cannot be copyrighted. The idea of a cat cannot be copyrighted. Okay. So I guess this cat sort of has copyright. I think so, probably. Even though it's free to use, I don't think you will be able to make your own merch with it. So it will be 3D, but it would be as close as this cat and as legally possible for me. He would be as close as this current Cookie, because I have grown attached to it. So, but maybe we can get hand tracking, because this cat has hand tracking. Well, you can do hand tracking, but the only thing he can do is move the paw to where my eyes, to between my eyes and my ear. You know what I mean? You can move the hand in there, but you are not able to move it from there. You can always move it to there in a static move. Move paw up, and you can do that with both paws, but that's it. So maybe I can get paw tracking or hand tracking to be able to in real time be drawing or something on the tablet and get it tracked. That would be cool. But I don't know how to do that, but we are gonna learn. Yes. Future plans. What can I say? Let's open Warudo here and have a look. Let's see if there is an easier way to import our pitch into some 3D VTuber software, right? Because this BRM's export is not as straightforward as I thought it would be. So let's open that and see what happens. Launching Warudo. Let's hope for the best. Let me open a new window capture. It is still not here. Let's give it time to load. Made with Unity. So maybe it is indeed compatible with like VRChat, right? Because VRChat can accept any... Okay. VRChat can accept any archive that can work with Unity. Maybe Warudo too, because it has its own file format. I open the program and I only get to see a blue sky. Okay, this is basic setup. Okay, import your model, configure motion capture, and start using Warudo. Okay. Oh, this is cool. You're not seeing anything. Unity seems like the way. Yes, but Unity, but not BRM. I'm not liking that BRM format, man. I need to figure it out because a lot of people use it, but if I could choose, if Warudo solves this for me, I will go with that. Warudo. There it is. You get to see the pop-up window too. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Let me move it further down. Cool. And let's have Peach dancing over there. Maybe it's a bit too much. Okay. Yeah, this is Warudo. So I just opening this for the first time with you. I have never touched it. So we're gonna explore it a bit. Let's see what happens. Basic setup. Import your model, configure motion capture, and start using Warudo. Interaction setup. Generate blueprints that let your viewers interact with your character. This is the programming stuff. I think they have sort of a node system and you get a sort of visual programming, right? Like in Blender with the nodes, something like that. For interactions with Twitch chat and everything like that. Get connected. Okay. I'm scared about this thing that says camera. Get started. Okay, let's hope. I'm gonna let's see. Get started. Okay, you can see this screen too. Just in case my camera doesn't pop up like pop. Welcome to Warudo. To get started, get a character below. For custom character models, you need a model file in BRM, that's it, or Warudo character mode, Warudo format. Place it in the characters folder below and come back here to select it. The thing is, this Warudo format seems to be more flexible than the BRM one. BRM format seems to be older and more restrictive. Yeah, don't be laughing. Don't be laughing over there. Select a character. Okay. This is the default one, I guess. Shellbeetle, a teary-eyed angel boy from the stars. Oh, this one. This is shellbeetle right now. But shellbeetle has modified the character. Okay. I don't wanna mess too much with it. Configure motion capture. To recommend a setup? Yes, of course. Let me just yes, recommend it for me. Do you need to track your full body? No. Do you need to track your upper body? Yes. Do you have a lip motion controller? No. Do you have an iPhone, iPad that supports Face ID? Sadly, no. But maybe in the future. Do you have a working webcam? Yes. Oh yeah, it has selected my webcam instantly. It didn't show image though, but it has selected my webcam. Okay. Okay, configure motion capture. Based on your answers, we recommend the following face tracking and post tracking templates. Media pipe webcam for face tracking. What is that emote over there? What are you? There it is. There it is. It's sort of working. You can move hands. Not a lot, but you can do something. You can do something. I don't know. I was just testing how this program works, right? I need to check how to export a character in Warudo, in the Warudo file format. I need to investigate that. I guess it has to do with Unity, right? For sure. Okay. So I don't know. I think it might be enough for today. We got the renders. I could try to start a walking cycle. I need to fix the thing with the eyes, for example. We could do that, for example. No, but I think, yeah, I'm gonna take it easy today. I'm gonna chill for the rest of the day. I started preparing the house for my aunt and my uncle. I'm gonna be streaming on Monday and Tuesday, and that's it. I get a week off, and I will see you on the next Thursday. Okay. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. I don't know who's live now. Let me check. Okay, let me check over here. Who is live? PP, we can rate PP. She's just chatting. Okay, we are gonna be raiding PP. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We got some cool renders in the process. Yes. Okay, is happy. I'm gonna be doing the walking cycle next. Some different camera angles for a portfolio project. Yes. So, see you on Monday, right? Let's raid PP.